Hi, this is Kathy, and this is the Ascended Astrology channel. And I'm going to do a reading for the last week of June. It's an all signs reading, and we're going to just kind of take the cards and kind of do the reading where all signs, all astrology signs are used. All of the avatars that the signs represent are going to be used, and the evolution journey cards. And they're all going to come together in a symphony. And what I saw when I pulled the cards for this reading was the two cards that jumped out at me were the 23 and the 32, which are a mastery level of the 5. And this is kind of what came in. The theme for this week's reading: the divine is inviting you into mastery, change, and sovereignty. You can depend on it. You are ready. Embrace your ability to be in change without resistance through the frequency of 963. Attune to these two cards. 5s at the mastery level, the 23 and the 32. In these two positions, when you see the reading, you'll see the two positions. One is what is hidden by the divine that you need to see. And then the next card, which is co-creation with the divine. And that's why I just felt that it was really, will really be positive to bring this out. Now we're going to bring up the reading. This is the reading that came in for next week. And what I'm seeing to start with is I saw the 32 and the 23, and that was why I kind of focused on those at the beginning. And so now let's just kind of just go around the journey card so you can see what each position means. And so that first position, which is the right, and it's right there, that first card on the right, and that 11 is a master number, and it is actually you right now. This is where you're sitting as you're looking at this reading. And so then we move to the next position, which is that 8, and that 8 is about what is reflecting in your life. And so then we move over to the 32, and that's what the divine wants you to see, that's kind of hidden from your view. And then we move over to that first left card, and it's the 23. And that 23 is a master level card, and it's moving you into moving and breaking through the glass ceiling. And that's co-creation with the divine. And then when you have the 10, the 20, and the 30, and the 0 is held in that particles of possibility, you always you have the option to choose another card to give you clarity. So in particles of possibility, you have that 1, which means that you're moving into being the wayshower and master. And it's that 2, which means that you're moving into collaboration with your soul family as you're moving. And then we move into that 9. That 9 at the top is particles of possibility. And what that card is your ability to see things at the highest level. And it's you're looking at that 9, which is really being able to look through the veil and see the truth. It's like you recognize truth, and that is particles of possibility. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around the wheel again, and we're going to see if we can see anything where there's patterns running that may be bringing a little static to your life. And so what I'm seeing right off the bat is that 11. And in that 11, it's like we're in that place of, we know something's going to happen, but we're in that place of trying to make something happen. And so that is you right now. And then you're going to go into that 8, and that 8 is that you have so many things going on with what that 11 is bringing forth, that you don't have the ability to hold the frequency. It's staying on course once you start something. And then moving into that 32, and that 32 is just resisting a change, and you're thinking it needs to be hard. And that 32 is, if you look at that 32, you see the vortex, and it's taking you right up through that vortex into that 32, which is bringing that 5 energy in for you. And then you run right over into the 23, and it is focusing on the outcome in order to change. What we invite you into with that 23 is just allow yourself to just move into creativity. And that 2, which is again that 2 that's up there, it's the 2 which is collaboration with your soul family. And then the 1, which is particles of possibility, that 1, it has a little bit of a resistance feeling that you're this is also new to you, that you care what others think, and you back down from what you're really bringing in as truth. And then the 2 is like, and so you go outside of yourself and you ask, and it's like you think you don't have the ability to communicate, that you can't really see what it is you want to say. And then so you're always reaching outside to find out what it is you're bringing in. And then the last card, which is that 9, and it is the inability to move beyond the illusion. And so that's what the cards are kind of creating a pattern for you. So we're going to stop the share and stop the recording. Now I brought up the slide that is what the reading is based on. This is the evolution technology. And all of the things that we were talking about, we're going to go into the divine technology of the evolution symbols, and we're going to bring each one of these codes in to clear, to just allow that what's coming up, just the aspects of questions that you have where you're not staying in the truth of what it is, we're going to just peel. And so we're going to bring in this 5. So now we're going to go into talking a little bit about what these codes represent. Now, the code on the left, that is the Lu, or luminous. And that luminous just takes everything that we just talked about, any looping cycles, anything in the matrix, and just completely brings it to neutrality, brings it into neutral point. And then we move over to the scalar, and that scalar turns on the divine technology. It's like a computer system. It turns off and focuses right on the positive aspects of this reading, and it turns on the divine technology. And then you're moving over to the key. If you look at that last code on the right, that is the 33. And this 33 just turns on the frequencies of whatever your intention was. It just turns it on, and it starts to shine like the sun. And so That is the loose gone, the 33, and we're so now we're ready to go into the reading, and we're going to bring forth. We're going to connect the astrology signs, and we're going to connect it to the highest level, which would be the avatar of the reading. So that first card, which is you right now in that 11, it's the ability to live outside of program reality. You're not creating timelines. You're in this place of just being right there in the frequency, and know that you're not connecting to the program reality. That 11, look at the 11, look at that card. There's all kinds of lines, and those lines are moving in different directions. And so it's allowing you to just see the mastermind, seeing the bigger picture of that 11. And then we move over to the 8, which is the reflection of what you're really tapping into with that 11. And this is your in the Scorpio magician level. It's allowing you to stay in flow, and it's connecting to the abundance, which is your next in that 8. And then we have 2 5s. You got the 32 and the 23. That 32 is your ability to be in change without resistance. It's just like you're focusing so much on that 32 that it's creating that wormhole, taking you right up into the shapeshifter energy, where you're just connecting to a beautiful flow and you're not in resistance to change. And then we move right over to that left card, which is that 23. And that 23 is the Leo, just like what the divine wants you to see. So you got 2 Leo shapeshifters. And this is the ability with co-creation with the divine to hold frequency of source in form. It's like it's really turning on that 2, which is communication. And so we move up to the next, which is particles of possibility. And that is the inventor, Aries. And it's like you feel comfortable being the first. And you are totally at the ability, just turning on that ability to hold the frequency of source in form. And then the 2 that's supporting that is very beautiful, because it's a bridge. And that is the 2, which is Taurus. And that 2 is the communicator. It's like you are really just allowing that channel to come through and really bridging the source and frequency. This is the ability to express your ideas succinctly and clearly. And then the last card up there at the top is the 9, and it is Sagittarius. This is the illusion breaker. It just means that you have the ability to gamify reality, the ability to see through the veil, to see all ideas of truth, and you recognize it and you know it and you feel it into that vortex of the heart. And so let's just kind of do a summary. Okay, so we're going to just see this. We're going to go one more time around the wheel. And while we're running around the wheel, we're going to see the brilliance come in. So to start off with, you're at the master level of you. And it's the mastermind energy of Capricorn. You are ready to move into the higher states where there is no time, completely outside the matrix, no time or no space. Your reflection is the 8, which is the magician, bringing in flow and abundance into your life. What you're invited to come into by the divine is you're going to have the 2 aspects of the mastery level of the 5. And so your patterning, it's time for you. The divine really wants you to see that you're right there, ready to move up that vortex into the highest level of the 5. It's it's just that level of you're able to communicate it, you're able to express, and so that's what the divine wants you to see. And you move into that 23, which is again a 5, and it's like you are ready and your timing is perfect. You are hitting it right before it starts to trend on the planet. The communication piece is starting to light you up. Clear consciousness is leading the way, and the particles of possibility are endless. They're just really starting to come in one after the other, almost like shooting stars. And what the divine is asking you is have the courage to bring your new forward. If not you, who? And then moving into that 9, the Sagittarius, is the illusion breaker. And that illusion breaker is right on time. The 9 is in perfect synchronicity, brought on by the solstice energy of last week. Feel the fullness of your timing and bring the magic forth so everyone can experience your brilliance. Bringing in the brilliance of communication, clarity, new, and timing. So what we're going to do now is there is a negative code that we're going to go in. We're going to go into the master cell. And as we're moving into that recorder master cell, we're going to take it up into the pineal, and we're going to just see the ascended DNA, and we're going to watch it just move through the double helix and just find that place where there's a little bump where we're going to pull out this negative code that's just starting, that's been running. And now we're going to just take that epigenetic code and we're going to turn it completely off. And so we're going to bring in the code, and it's a -1, a -4, a -5, a -7, a -9, and a -2. And this code is just starting to spin. And as it's spinning, we're going to watch it go into random. It's just going to break up form, and it's just going to totally disappear from your ascended DNA. It's like you turned off those epigenetic codes, and now we're going to take this reading that's in front of you right now, and we're going to bring in the positive code and light you up. And so the positive code is an 11, +8, a +5, a +5, a 1, a 2, and 9. And we're going to just see this, and we're going to see all the your cells, and they're going to start turning on those little receptor sites in the 3 billion cells in your body. And it's turning on this positive code, and it's just allowing it to be you to be in your brilliance in whatever you chose as an intention. And so we're going to stop the share. And there's one card that we chose that is coming out of an I am deck. And this is the code that we chose. It is the code is going to bridge as we've cleared away, and it's going to support what we just turned on with this code in every cell and molecule of your body. And it is I am wisdom. It's the number 1 card. There's 44 cards in this deck, and this is the one we chose for the I am bridge card. My brilliance is needed in the world. And so we're turning on that along with that positive code, and it's bringing you into mastery. And so this is your reading for the 24th through the 30th, through our end of June. And June with a little summary of June. June has been a month of momentum, a month of downloads to where things are coming in and you kind of get a clarity of what we're doing. And so, what I'm going to ask you is if you have liked this reading for the last week of June, we would like you to like and subscribe to our Ascended Astrology channel. Jules and I have been doing things in a little bit different way on this, and it's bringing all three, the three evolution journey cards, the avatars, and the astrology signs. It's bringing into where you're seeing this in a masterful way. And so, like and subscribe. And if you really are drawn, I offer readings, individualized readings for you individually. They're 50 minutes, and it's bringing in what you need to see. And if you feel led, just put your name in the chat and we will get you a link to sign up and get a reading. So thank you. I love you. It is done.